My name, Edmund Yakani, Executive Director of CEPO. I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate government positive response to our call we made through our advocacy for government to invest on agricultural sector. We have been made aware and publicly that through the Ministry of Finance and Planning, government was able to purchase 104 tractors for the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for boosting agricultural production for this agricultural season for 2025. This is a remarkable action. This is walking the talk of what we have appealed for, and specifically our appreciation and congratulations goes to His Excellency Vice President and the Chair of Economic Cluster for walking the talk on agricultural investment, because during his swearing-in speech, he mentioned that under his leadership, under his cluster, the government will hold first National Agricultural Conference, which also we have called for before, and now we have seen walking the talk through the purchase of 104 tractors prior the holding of the first National Agricultural Conference. And we are aware that the National Agricultural Conference is intended to bring the actual farmers across the country to interact with the government for improvement of agricultural production in the country. Congratulations. This is a remarkable move. But we have the following observation to the attention of the leadership, His Excellency, Vice President and the Chair of Economic Cluster, and to Honorable Minister of Agriculture. We have seen similar tractors purchased previously, and those tractors end up as a saga case, which is known as the tractors saga. We hope these 104 tractors will not end up in similar manner where we shall again have a second tractors saga. The distribution of these tractors should go to rightful owners of these tractors, not political leaders that will go and abuse these tractors. These tractors should have a proper monitoring system where individuals that are abusive of the tractors should be withdrawn from them. Tractors are meaningless if they don't have their complements. Tractors are meaningless if they don't have their spare parts. Tractors are meaningless if they're not given to the rightful owners. These tractors will be a wastage of public revenue if they are not put on action by rightful people in a rightful place, because some areas may not need to have this type of tractors. They may need to have a different types of tractors. We hope the distribution of these tractors will be in a transparent manner and in a less corrupt manner, because previously we have seen an intervention similar to this, and the intervention ending up in lack of transparency, corrupt, and end up as a saga. These tractors should not offer us a second tractors saga, Your Excellency, Vice President for Economic Cluster and Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security. As a civil society, our eyes will be watching on the distribution of these tractors, and our eyes will be watching on the use of these tractors by whoever will receive it. We are aware that these tractors may go to the states. We don't want to see previously practice where these tractors end up with politicians abused, and even some were already sold out in form of spare parts, and they're just packed without any explanation. And those ones were packed also because they are not brought as a complete complement of tractors for production. Tractors without complements, it is meaningless. We hope that these tractors have its complete set for agricultural production and for deployment, for producing food in the farms and given to a rightful farmers. As we are expecting, the first National Agricultural Conference will be held soon. We hope that the conference will end up with a transparent distribution of these tractors to rightful owners. As a civil society, we are watching the initiative of investing on agricultural production in the country. In a separate note, we would like to appreciate the Ministry of Trade and Industry for holding the first National Trade forum, which we have seen how productive it was. And also it was a positive response to our appeal and to our calls and to our advocacy that the production sector in our country we need to invest on. We have wasted too much money for buying bullets and guns. It's now a right moment for us to use our money for buying tractors and seats. So we must stop buying things that displace us from our own country to other countries as refugees, or from our villages to other villages as IDPs. It's a moment we need to buy things that make us attract people who are displaced as refugees back to the country from the foreign countries, and those who are displaced as IDPs back to the villages where they were born. It's a high time to stop investing on bullets and guns. It's a high time to invest on seeds and agricultural tools like tractors. Thank you very much.